So real quick, just in case, I'll say Bomb is a gnome fighter barbarian with maybe a split personality, early onset schizophrenia. Something's going wrong with him, and he's arriving at Baldur's Gate with
Rebir, the druid from the forest, who is not very capable of the magic he owns and a little bit naive, but still he runs away from a demon with his bodies, with a little pink monkey tied.
Very innocent pink monkey.
And the third rando is Rand, aptly named for this group. He's an aberrant mind sorcerer who has a bone to pick with his elite family and plans to cause havoc at a masquerade ball with these two randos that he found along the way.
I guess I should say about Ghoul Whiskers that he is a ghost cat that appears and disappears, usually around or on Vom's character. And they have a contentious relationship, to say the least.
A love-hate relationship, let's say.
A love from Ghoul Whiskers and hate from Vom so far, but we'll see how that evolves.
I just want to say how our chaos cards work. So I have a stack of 100 different fantasy-based cards. A lot of them are Magic the Gathering cards, but just some other random, themed cards, but all fantasy D&D themes. And whenever a 4 comes up on any dice roll, whether it's a D4 or a D20 or anything in between, whether the 4 comes up, then I'm going to pick one of these chaos cards. So it could be anything from like a Tarask or a Green Dragon, all the way down to something more subtle, like a Bag of Holding or like a dagger that comes up randomly when we roll a D4. Then we roll a D100 to see which from the stack will appear.
We are arriving to Baldur's Gate. Never been there.
When you arrive at Baldur's Gate, the first thing, you all step on some sharp, pointy rocks that kind of hurt. Ouch. And I would like you to roll a D4 to see if you take any foot damage from these rocks that you step on.
I got a 1.
I got a 3.
I rolled a D20 and got 4.
Get out. No, you didn't.
Why'd you roll a D20?
Why'd you roll?
I don't know.
Did you really?
Yes.
Roll your D100. Well, let's see what kind of chance we get into. Before we announce anything.
I thought we were rolling something like dexterity.
What did you get on your D100?
94. Does 4 count now?
No. I mean, no, that's too...
Okay, for real though, this one does feel like a Tarask.
Oh, dude,
I know we say that
perfect.
every time, but 94 feels Tarasky.
94.
Guys,
Doesn't feel good.
It's a citizen. Yes, you see lots of citizens walk by on the city.
Nice job, deck of cards.
Who needs a DM when you've got a deck of cards like that? We should just keep rolling D100s.
Right, so Rebir is the first. It is his first time in the city. Not only as big as Baldur's Gate, but a city in general. By the way, where is Monkey? Sitting on the shoulder, as you said. I don't know if I keep it tied up.
Yeah, roll me animal handling. I want to see, you did have that moment where he kind of bonded with you, but I want to see if this was just maybe a passing moment, or if you really, truly just bonded. Your soul's connected.
15.
Yeah, I think he is with you. I think he has some kind of connection with you. You haven't found out he hasn't shared all of his evil plans with you yet, but, he at least trusts you to hang out with you.
What kind of evil plans are you talking about? He's a cutie little puffy puff.
I mean, you can ask him if you want.
As Rebir, I would want to find some parties, because cities parties is his interest.
I got a place we can go. I got a stop I need to make. It's a tavern. Buy you some drinks.
It sounds awesome, especially since I'm broke.
By the way, Rand, did you borrow my Warhammer before, I believe?
Oh yeah, I'm having it fixed for you. It took some serious damage on our last adventure, so I gotta have it fixed for you.
That's very kind. Let me roll my insight with a -2, so an 11
versus my persuasion with a +7, dirty 20.
Ooh, okay. Well, that's very, very kind of you. You think that will need it? The cities should be safe. You've been here before.
I hand him not the fancy crowbar, but I hand him the other crowbar that I already had in my backpack. Here, hold on to this until I get your hammer back to you.
You
Oh,
did.
that looks great on you.
Oh.
I like the hook end. Use that.
Flips it around and he says, "Sure, why not?" Thanks, Brad. You've always got my back. They say colloquially, I believe. Where are we off to?
I know a place. It's right in the dock district. It's called the Low Lantern. It's actually a boat that they converted into a tavern.
Sounds clever.
Really?
Yeah, there's always a party in there. They have bouncers though, so don't start fights because they'll punch you out.
Count on me.
So you go to the dock, the shipyard dock district, and you're able to find the little lantern. Okay, because Rand, you're at least familiar enough to find it, and so everyone's kind of aboard, right? We're not splitting the party, at least not yet.
Not splitting the party. Do we go through a gate?
Absolutely, you do. Yes.
Vaughn would like to ask Rand, is that Baldur's Gate? Sorry.
Yes.
Who is Baldur, anyways?
Some shady dude, probably. This city is full of corruption.
Okay.
Eruption.
Keep an eye out. Charlatans
No.
in the woods, charlatans in the city.
Yeah.
You can't escape them, can you?
I have to save my forest. The lands outside of my forest seem to be not as quiet and safe as I imagined.
Just stick with Rand. He'll take good care of you.
All right.
Maybe after the masquerade, we hunt down this demon that's been tracking you. Now that he can't find you, we'll go find him, and we'll get him off your back.
Oh, he is too powerful. I don't know.
Everyone roll me, by the way, can everyone roll me a quick perception check, please?
17.
Oh.
22.
Oh,
Ah.
Rabir's paying extra attention because he doesn't like the city.
Yeah, he's on his guard. And
Yeah.
did you roll?
5.
Rand and Rabir both notice, but you do not notice this bomb. And there's like a kind of a hunched small figure with a hood, very short, maybe about your height actually, accidentally bumps into you. Oh, excuse me, sir. As Rabir and Rand notice, the hand excuse me, kind of like wanders into your coin purse.
I slapped this guy with my mage hand.
Oh,
Whoa.
I backhand him with mage hand. He's trying to steal from Vom?
That's what you see. Yeah.
Okay, I backhand him with mage hand. It's invisible. He doesn't even know what hit him.
I think it's like the fingers are just starting to enter Vom's coin purse, and then it's just like that. And you hear like a "Ah!" So it's a halfling, right? Like that you can see now that it's slapped down on the ground. And it kind of does this like little like back roll, just starts sprinting the other way.
I'm trying to lasso him.
A lasso.
As soon as
rope.
I see, I wanted either to grab him by his shoulder or
Roll me a dex then. You and your lasso.
14.
No, that doesn't count as a 4, does it? Okay. So you actually catch his ankle as he's running. He's like, ah!
I pull lasso on me to make him fall down.
Yep. So you just try to drag him in or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to drag him in and run towards to him. Like, buddy, what the hell are you doing? Right here, right now. Do you know that for this, we can kill in our forest, actually? Not kill, maybe, okay, I a little bit exaggerated. But this is a really serious punishment for this shit like that. Robbing from a body. This
what
does
has he
not
done?
belong to you. He wanted to rob you, bro.
Rob me?
Yes.
Robbing, yes.
You!
City guard.
Something kicks in Tom's mind. I mean, he's been a city guard his whole life, and his training kicks in. He pulls out with one arm his parchment, his official parchment, and the other hand the manacles. He said, "You, sir, are under arrest."
We don't get a hold it right there.
Oh, well, I mean,
Do it!
held it. You already held
Say it.
right.
No,
right there.
say it anyway.
Hold it. Okay. Pulling out his parchment. Hold it right there. You're under arrest.
As Rabir was pulling him in, like reeling him in like a fish, he pulled out like a little dagger from his weight, his belt, and he tried to kind of like cut the rope as he was being pulled, but he wasn't, Rabir was just too quick and he was unsuccessful. So the dagger fell on the ground. And now he's like cowering. He's like, oh, "Please, sirs. Oh, misunderstanding. I can explain. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm going to detect thoughts. Surface. I just want to get surface as Vom or Rabir are questioning this guy a little bit. I
No.
want to just hit surface thoughts to see if they're matching what he says.
It's clear that he identified you all as outsiders just from how you're dressing and just your steel hairstyle, everything show that you're not from Baldur's Gate. He saw you as easy marks, right? He just thought he would, help himself to a little bit of free coin that was just sitting there with Vam, kind of a noob, like a rube. No, rube would be
A
better.
rube.
Yes.
What's the procedure, Vam? You seem to
Well,
be
you-
like
He'll be
professional in
applying
that.
the manacles behind the back.
Okay.
As one does.
You do have those.
And
Yes.
and-
He has his manacles on him. That's part of his.
oh yeah, you carry them, right?
He does.
Yeah, that's part of
Yeah,
his
yeah.
guards.
And then the last thing, Rand, he's trying to think of anything any lie or any kind of explanation that would get him out of this mess that he didn't expect to be actually like apprehended like this, right?
I say, this guy is nothing but a lie. Let's take him to the constables and turn him in and see if there's a reward.
Oh shit. Okay.
Do I know who is the authorities in Baldur's Gate?
Well, first of all, you're in the dock district right now. But
Yeah.
roll me history and we'll see.
Okay. Only 9.
No, you don't know.
Okay.
We are looking around in searching
Yeah.
for guards.
We look for guards.
I'm looking for people who are dressed and look kind of like Vom.
Yeah, well, no one actually dressed exactly like Bam, but you do notice a couple. I mean, they almost look like soldiers. I would say more like mercenaries, if anything. They both have a symbol, like on their chest with like a fist like this in flames. So it's like just like a hand like that with like flames around it in a circle. And they're kind of just like, they're talking in low voices. They're kind of like, joking around. I don't know. They're not really paying attention, but you do.
Yeah, actually, that just reminded me. Vom's background as a guardsman has a feature called Watcher's Eye, which is supposed to help him
Oh,
identify and I guess relate to guards of different, like authority
perfect.
regards. So I think you would approach them confidently. Do they look like like official type guards or like some kind of guild?
They both are kind of wearing the same uniform. They both have the same kind of the symbol on their chests. They have the kind of these standard looking, as you would recognize, as a very standard issued sword. It's not cheap, but it's also it's not fancy either. It's just very like average, something that
Okay.
you'd issue to soldiers.
Good day, guards, he says confidently. I'm searching for your commanding officer. I have a rogue to deliver to him. I'm sure he'll be happy to know that we've caught this scoundrel pickpocketing on your streets.
First, they look at you, and then they both look at each other, like in kind of confusion, and then they both crack up laughing, like, short stuff. You ain't from around here, are you?
No, I'm from the town of Tricklebach, the small village in the south.
Never heard of that, right?
You have, except for perhaps some scholars and mages. We have quite a famous family. You may have heard of the Starberries, he says with a little smirk.
Actually, I'm gonna roll. Listen, bud, you seem like a nice guy. We're gonna give you a pass on this one. Clearly, you're not from around here. This isn't how the way things work. We don't take orders from you. We take orders from the Baron. Clearly,
The
you
Baron.
are not affiliated with the Baron in any shape or form. So, how do I put this? Nicely, but screw off.
Okay.
The other one spits like that, and then he just like he folds his arms like that at you. And the other one's smiling, but it's like a cocky, like a smirk. It's just kind of like a really like you're gonna try to tell us to do our job.
Can I detect thoughts on either one of them that's doing the talking? I'm looking for 2 things. I want the Baron's name,
Okay.
and I want something that these guys, some way that they're shady, some way that they're corrupt.
Okay, I would like you to roll. That's almost like I want to say insight.
Okay.
I'm gonna homebrew this a little bit.
A 4!
Oh, it's a 4.
A 4! Not ooh! Ah!
D100.
Oh, D100, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. I forgot how it
Meanwhile-
works.
Right.
It's been a while since I rolled a 4. 79.
In the meantime, Vom squints at them, kind of in annoyance, and says, a mold grows on the cake of this fair city, I see.
And meanwhile, Ribir is behind by the rogue. He is paying attention at the halfling with the monkey.
Yeah.
Also, and I wonder how monkey he tries to intimidate the guy,
The guards or the prisoner or the one that the thief?
the halfling. the thief.
The monkey, we can't really see him so well. The thing is, he speaks in his brain, in his head, so you actually don't hear what he's saying. You hear the monkey do this, like this sharp teeth, and then he does this kind of thing, and then the halfling's like this, and then you see like a wet spot like get larger and larger right around the crotch of the halfling. As this is going on, and you're kind of at an impasse. Like, these guards don't give a shit about you guys, and you don't really know what to do. And you have this prisoner, and then out of the shadows, this frog in a very fancy. It's almost like a dress. Can you guys see that? Yes, it's frog. He's clearly a well-traveled frog. His name is Flubs the Fool, and I'm not making this up. This is on the card. Wearing like a kind of like a blue. It's like a dress with like sunflowers on it. And then he has a little knapsack behind him on a stick, like a hobo, typical hobo style.
Oh, yeah.
And he basically taps one of the guards on the shoulder, and you hear the kind of guard like listen in, and he whispers something, and then the guards, they both just slink off. And the frog, as the guards walk away, they don't say anything else.
Rom turns to Rand. Is that the Baron?
Hello, who are you? I will ask the questions. Ribbit.
I'm Rand Wisteri of the El Terrell Wisteries. Who might you be?
Clearly, you're not from around here, if you have to ask.
I just said I'm from El Terrell. Are you slow?
Excuse me, are you insulting my intelligence?
Yes.
And he's like, almost like he kind of looks like he's shocked, like that. Someone would even like actually directly insult him. He's just like, oh, what? Well, I'll give you one free pass. You're not from around here, are you?
I'm from El Terrell.
Right. So I will accept your apology just this once.
Minor illusion, using a sorcery point to make it have no components that he hears it in his head. It looks like I'm saying I'm sorry, but I'm not actually doing it.
Okay. So he thinks you said sorry.
Yeah, but nobody else sees it, just him.
Oh, this kind of to save face or something?
No, I'm just messing with him.
Okay. So he's like, oh, well, I suppose this can be forgiven just this once, as you are clearly outsiders. But let me explain a couple things to you.
Okay, Rebir will bow.
Yes.
Oh, what a diplomat.
He is a wise guy.
Okay.
Rand instantly hates him.
As you bow, he sticks out his tongue. And it's like this long frog tongue, right? And he just but it's like in a reverential, like respectful way. He's like, and he like touches you on the head with his tongue.
Ew.
Yikes.
I think you've been blessed.
Okay. No rhyme.
Rabir, can you roll me a D8?
Where I come from, we call it slobbered.
3.
He goes, well, at least someone shows a decent amount of respect when they know who they're speaking with.
How's the halfling reacting in this situation? Because he's from Baldur's Gate.
Why don't you all roll me perception? Because I think the halfling might try to slip away with his whole distraction.
The monkey's watching him too. I rolled a 15 anyway.
Now the monkey's distracted because the monkey is looking at the frog.
22.
9.
I like to roll perception. It is always above 20%.
Yeah, dude,
How is Vom's perception always so low? And
I don't know.
He has a 4 wisdom score, but he's got a -3.
At this point, because of all the distraction of this fancy frog that's just like popped out of nowhere, and like the halfling has used this moment, and the monkey has been looking at the frog too. The rope has been cut. The halfling is actually trying to slink, just slowly creep.
Rope
away.
is not cut. Rope. As soon as he is cuffed behind his
Oh, sorry,
back.
wait.
Yeah.
Did you already handcuff him?
He did.
Yeah, behind his back. And he's like
Behind
holding
his back.
to the cuffs. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
like that's why.
So the
he's,
halfling,
like-
so he was trying to he got a knife in his hand from behind. It's like in the back of his back belt pocket kind of thing, and he's like trying to cut the rope. Obviously, Rabir notices it.
Dude,
Well,
stop it! Stop it! Do not mess with the rope. Are you serious?
And at this
I will pull out the knife. the dagger.
And as you do that, the monkey jumps. The monkey just goes, "You shall die." And you actually all hear this in your head. And the monkey jumps on the halfling, and he starts like biting, like tearing into his face. And he just starts eating his face.
I feel like there should be like a bloodlust mechanic for Vom now, like a random roll that in times like he hears something in his head and someone goes violent, like
I like that.
there's a chance he'll just snap. Okay, all good. He holds his wits about. He has his wits about him. He's just kind of shocked at the situation.
As the monkey just fucking like tears into this guy, and his monkey's like, "I shall teach you a lesson you shall never forget, because you will be dead." That's not hold on. You try to escape Chapo.
Hold on, Pinky. Hold on. Whoa.
Yeah, I think after a moment he'd be like, "This is highly unorthodox. He must stand trial," and then he'll try to get the monkey off and try to wrestle him off.
I get back my rope.
Okay, are you gonna try to stop the monkey?
Yeah, I did. I told him, stop it, bro. What are you doing?
The halfling is already like, he's kind of pretty messed up at this point, and he's unconscious now from blood loss and from the monkey attack. When you look, so you obviously this was a big distraction. You can all roll me a quick perception check, but something might happen with Flubs. Perception?
18.
So I think Vom would, after getting the monkey off of him, Vom would turn and say, "Lord Frog, the suspect has fallen under violence under our watch, and this is my failing." And then you want perception, you said, or what did you say to roll?
Yeah. Perception.
So who rolled an 18?
Rand.
You actually noticed Flubs is trying to slip away in the commotion with the monkey. Flubs just started just kind of backpedaling.
Rand doesn't care.
I don't know if you can get a -1, but that's what I rolled.
Right.
So
I rolled
perception.
natural 4. Yeah.
You-
Oh!
What is
As one frog leaves, another one enters, even more ornately dressed and pompous than the last.
You notice an even fatter frog. No.
A fatter and more obnoxious frog appears.
All right, what's the D100?
Alex got to roll it.
Alex. I mean, Rebier.
83.
Oh my God. You guys.
No.
As the frog exits stage left. In his place, can you see? No, you can't see this.
What in the world
Some
is
kind of
that?
spider, demon?
Is that a crystal spider or something?
What is going on?
Well, what happens to drow in the Underdark or whatever, and when they become like they transform if something happens to them?
Is that a drider?
It is a drider.
Oh.
Oh
Uh,
my God.
In the middle of Baldur's Gate?
In the middle of fucking Baldur's Gate, a drider comes walking up to you guys.
Are you sure that you usually take 5 minutes?
You picked it, not me, but okay. So yeah, the drider comes up.
I'm not familiar with the drider. What would I mean, Vom, first off, with a -1, he does not see this. He's not aware of it until it's sitting on his forehead. But out of character, I don't know what a drider is.
It's basically a drow that has failed. Lolth is like their goddess or whatever.
The Spider Queen.
And
Yeah.
if
Oh.
they do something, if they fail, if they've disrespected or like they've kind of, I don't know, done something wrong or bad, they can become a drider, which is some kind of like, drow spider. They have like a body.
But like the upper half, like a centaur spider, basically.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, that's freaking
It's
insane.
it's like a miserable existence.
So to paint the scene, we're on the docks, and I'm guessing the frog backed up
The
because
frog
he saw this thing
exited.
show.
He did this little like kind of like fake.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanna know if I know something about those.
Actually, you can all roll history about driders or about this one.
So 22 on Vom's history for this.
Vom, how do you know so much about driders?
Well, he did his mage schooling, and they learn about most of any creatures that have arcane abilities or well versed in the arcane. His studies focused on, and I think Drow would fall under that category.
So okay, and what did the rest of you guys roll?
No, I know nothing.
I don't either. I rolled a 3 + 1, 4.
Oh yeah, no.
Not a natural.
You're like, that's a weird, ugly looking creature.
As a high elf, I would, and grown up in kind of a wealthy family, I probably wouldn't have wanted to know anything about Drow.
Okay, fair enough.
Neither of our kind have ever been to Mesobaranzan.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
But Vom, through his studies, you know so much about, maybe you like did your thesis on driders.
Okay, Yeah, sure.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about this Drider that you see? Because you know exactly who it. You
So
know
the
who,
irony is the only
you know who
person
it is.
Well, the thing is, Vomda hasn't seen him. He's the one who's blissfully unaware with his horrible perception. He's still dealing with the halfling. But he will say that perhaps he feels a tap on his shoulder and turns around, and the Drydar says, Vomotis, is that you? And he says he's shocked to see his old classmate because they actually went to school together.
Oh my god.
He went to study with the Starburys when he was exiled from his Drow clan, went to the surface world to find his way. He eventually was led to this remote school in this small village in the forest that's known to be one of the best school for wizards, but it's very like exclusive and remote. So it was the perfect place for a Drydar? I think is that the
Drider.
No,
Yeah.
think of like
Drider.
Drow and Spider, right? They come together.
Oh,
Drider.
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 A foreign
I
exchange
got it. I
Drider.
figured it out.
The way I would imagine is like at the time he was just a normal Drow, and
Yeah.
now he's a Drider, and you're like, oh my god, like you didn't know.
Oh, he came to study,
wait.
but he was so corrupted by the gnomish culture. What's his name? Do you want to come up with a name for him?
His name is Donnie.
Donnie. Of course, it's spelled something like Aiyyn.
Yeah. G-N-Y.
Yeah, with the silent G in there.
Right.
Donnie. Okay.
Donatelio.
Oh, we just call him Donnie. Donnie, Big D, you really lived up to your name. What the hell is wrong with your legs?
Oh, Vom, you are a sight for sore eyes. Oh, we have so much catching up to do, but I fear I do not have the time, and this is neither the place now that it is already almost evening. I have business to attend to, but
Donnie, you must make times. Meetings like these don't happen once in 1,000 moons. Whatever business you have, attend to it later. Come with us to the tavern. I must hear your tale. What happened to you, my friend?
You roll me a persuasion with advantage.
Can I get double advantage if I use inspiration?
Sure, yeah.
I got a 12, which is okay, but if ever there was a time to use my inspiration, it's to get my old buddy Donnie the Drider.
He was kind of a sketchy guy back when you knew him, you know, like he was like hooking you up with like the illegal drugs, and like he always had connections. And
then
like,
I have two questions for Danny. Okay.
Bombs kind of was always a good boy, so he would like deny the drugs but still hang out because he found him intriguing. So they have like a weird relationship where he's like always trying to corrupt Bomb, and I feel like he'd like this new Vom who's a little more like unhinged.
Right.
So we'll
More
see. But let me get my last
boy.
roll in. Come on, big money, no whammy. Okay, never mind. Well, the highest I got was a 12. Still worth it.
He wasn't expecting to see you, and as you are old like classmates and everything, he definitely wants to catch up. Although you aren't, unfortunately, his priority.
Okay.
So he's like, hey, Vom, so I really want to catch up, bro. But like, hey, I'm going to this Rand. What was the name of the place, the tavern you're going to?
The Low Lantern.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm actually heading to the Low Lantern a bit later this evening. Would you like to meet up there?
I believe, isn't that where you were taking us, Rand?
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Fellows, this is my friend Donnie. He's not as scary as he looks. Don't worry.
Do I notice his eyes being red?
The Drider?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
How could you not notice that? Whoa.
Yeah.
Bruh, do you know where to get something to puff?
Okay, roll me a charisma.
Don't say 4.
12. Also 12. Nothing happens.
All
in
right,
these
all right.
dogs.
He looks at you. He kind of like, are you cool?
I'm showing him my pipe. You see how elegant and beautiful it is.
He's all right. Listen, let's see. Do you know the handshake? And he kind of like gives you a double wink, and he goes like this with his hand, and he's expecting you to give him a secret handshake.
Can I detect thoughts and read it out of his mind?
Yeah, why don't you roll me a, I don't know, like Arcana? I don't want it to be like set that easy. I want you
18.
You know exactly the type of handshake he's expecting.
Then I immediately use telepathy to tell Rabir how to do it.
Okay, so it's kind of like, it's like 1, 2, and
Yeah.
then it's like a little like tickle like on the fingers like 3, and then you snap for 4, and then you point for 5. It's like 1, 2, 3. So,
Oh, holy shit.
Rabir, you have that.
Imagine this big old spider, and he must like have to hunch over quite far to do this little. Right? I'm guessing he's like pretty damn tall.
Yo, so Rabir, do you do the secret handshake?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Sure.
So yeah, you end it with the snap, and then you point at him. He's like surprised, but like in a happy. He's like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna hook you up. Yeah, find me at the Low Lantern. And then he also looks at Vam. Low Lantern, 3 hours. I gotta take care of some business. You know what I'm saying? But afterwards, I'll hook you up.
Johnny, you always got some business. You gotta take some time off. But all right, we'll see you in 3.
Yeah.
Big D, do you know what happens to guys like that? I point out at Halfling being unconscious on the ground, handcuffed.
Yeah, I think Bomb's undoing the manacles. He's just gonna leave him. This is gone too far.
I'm going to take anything he has on him first, though. I got to teach him a lesson. If he has a coin pouch or anything like that. Rabir already took his dagger away.
Yeah. So you search
and half of his face.
Can you roll an investigation to search the halfling? Yeah.
11.
We are spinning around 11 and 12.
Yeah.
The last like 10 rolls, I don't know.
You find 3 gold. You know, it's not a lot. A set of lockpicks. You find a dagger. You know, basic common dagger, nothing special. But what does interest you is you do find an elaborate fan made of sapphire encrusted feathers.
All right, I take all that.
Seems a little bit out of place for this halfling. Isn't dressed very fancily, right? It seems probably not something that he would have gotten himself
Cool.
in an honest way.
All right, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take all that stuff.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, then I think that he should learn this lesson. If he does not, he is unteachable. I want to use my healing word on his face.
Oh, that's so
To
nice.
fix it a little bit.
That's so nice.
This is a little bit too harsh.
He's kind of snoring, but you do heal, so they at least it won't leave. The scars won't be very deep. And then the monkey is kind of like looking at him like. So what's the next thing you're going to do? And then we'll probably wrap up this session because
I think we're heading to the tavern, and that's where we leave off. We'll start the next one as we arrive at the tavern. Because I have a little business to do at the tavern before even the Drider gets there, Donnie.
Right. Yeah. So and he said 3 hours, so that would give you plenty of time. Like, let's say I don't know, you're maybe 15 minutes away, right? So you're not that far.
I will walk around a little bit. I will find out where the tavern is, and to wait out a little bit, I will walk around docks a little bit.
You know, why don't you roll me a D4 to see who you run into?
3.
What are you looking for specifically?
I'm wandering around because this the whole city is very unfamiliar for me, and I'm very curious. I'm not looking for anything specific right now. I have an idea that in 3 hours I'm gonna be stoned and probably drunk. So
you do see someone who approaches you is like, oh, would you like to buy? And he has some very like cheap, like stupid looking like souvenir. It's like this little like hand carved doll. He's like, hey, I'm selling dolls if you want to buy them. And then when he comes close to you, he's like, go sleep. Hash, go back. And he like whispers like all this like crazy shit. You've only heard of like half of it. The other half you've never heard of, but you assume it's different kinds of drugs. And he's using these like little like wooden dolls as a front to like approach you. But he's really selling like drugs.
I think that Rabir does not really comprehend the concept of money at this point because he doesn't care. So he probably will think that he offers it as a friendly gesture. And I'm like, oh, bro, I begin to my forest and this city are not all that different.
He's like, okay. He's like, show me the coin. He's like, all right, you know, how much coin you got?
How much coin do you need? But I don't think that I have any, so...
As soon as you say that, he kind of just gives you this like, what the hell? And then he kind of just, he slinks off.
Why the hell offer something and then just go away?
And he just like...
Those people are crazy. A little bit.
Corruption in the city.
God damn.
I think Rand would be just checking out that fan. He wants to see if there's like any markings on it that would identify who it belongs to, or if it's of any value.
Can you, what would you roll for this?
Maybe investigation, maybe?
Yeah, okay. Why don't you roll me that? I mean, there's definitely something you could.
21. 17 Woo! Plus 4.
I mean, do you want me to like message this to you separately or like?
Yeah, we can do that. We can leave it off on that I was investigating it. We can talk about what I found next session.
As for Balm, I think he's gonna mostly quietly follow Rand back, but before Donnie heads off, Ghoul whiskers. He's like, I like your friend, man. I didn't know you rolled like that, man. I didn't know you had homies like that, man. I'm gonna catch up with y'all at the tavern. Y'all give me a drink or something. I'll be there soon, man. But I'm gonna roll after this boy right here. All right, peace. Balm will be fidgeting, but he'll be fiddling with Lindo's pocket watch. He felt like there was some kind of secret compartment or something. There was something on the back that was like sticking out. Like there's something there, but he hadn't quite figured it out yet.
So actually a blue and white and like gray and purple and it's like rainbow spinning like portal just like pops out of this thing as you like pry it open, and there's a portal right there.
And in the middle of Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
Talk about cliffhangers.
Right?
Okay, I think we should leave it right there. Well, we're definitely exploring that next session. I feel like
We are separated right now. Or
Yeah.
I wandered a little bit far away from them, so I didn't see the dramatic portal opening.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
But-
you had your encounter with the little sketchy drug dealer guy, so you
Right.
So I think Vaughn will look at Rand and look back and then be like, closes it up. I think this is
Okay, so you don't go through it.
not right away.
Okay.
We're gonna explore this next session.
And as soon as you close the pocket watch compass thing, right, then the portal instantly closes as well.